I waited. I watched. I planned. I do not want your money.
The story begins in a world where the legacy of family, loyalty, and high-speed action has already been tested through countless battles, impossible missions, and emotional sacrifices. The name Toretto has become more than just a name. It represents a bond stronger than blood. A promise that no matter how dangerous the road ahead becomes, no one gets left behind. At the center of it all is Dominic Toretto, portrayed by Vin Diesel, a man who has spent years building a life not just for himself, but for the people he calls family. After everything that has happened before, Dom tries to find peace. He wants a quiet life away from chaos, raising his son and protecting what matters most. But peace has never lasted long in his world. The past has a way of catching up, and the enemies he thought were defeated are only part of a much bigger story that has yet to unfold. Far away, hidden in the shadows, a new threat begins to rise. This enemy is not just powerful but deeply personal. Someone who understands Dom's past, his weaknesses, and the importance of the people around him. Unlike previous villains, this one doesn't rely only on strength or weapons but on strategy, manipulation, and emotional warfare. The danger this time is not just about survival, it's about breaking the very foundation of the family Dom has built. As the tension builds, familiar faces begin to return. Letty, played by Michelle Rodriguez, stands by Dom as always, strong and fearless, ready to face whatever comes their way. Ramon and Tej bring their usual energy and humor, but even they can sense that this time the stakes are much higher. The team is no longer just dealing with missions, they are facing a war that could change everything. Meanwhile, unexpected alliances start forming. Characters who were once enemies now find themselves on the same side, forced to work together against a threat far greater than their past conflicts. This creates tension within the group, as trust does not come easily when betrayal is part of the history. Every decision becomes a risk, and every plan could either save them or destroy them. The action begins to escalate as the team is pulled into a global chase unlike anything they've faced before. From crowded cities filled with fast-moving traffic to remote locations where survival itself becomes a challenge. Every scene pushes the limits of what seems possible. High-speed car chases return with even more intensity, blending practical stunts with breathtaking moments that defy logic and gravity. At the same time, the emotional core of the story remains strong. Dom is not just fighting an enemy, he is fighting for his family's future. His biggest fear is not death, but losing the people he loves. This fear drives every decision he makes, sometimes leading him to take risks that even his own team questions. As the story moves forward, secrets from the past begin to surface. Hidden truths about Dom's history, connections that were never fully revealed, and choices that now carry consequences all come into play. These revelations add depth to the conflict, making it clear that this final chapter is not just about action but about closure. The villain's plan slowly unfolds, revealing a strategy designed to tear the team apart from within. Instead of attacking them directly, the enemy targets their trust, forcing them into situations where they must question each other's loyalty. This psychological battle becomes just as intense as the physical one, creating moments where the family feels closer to breaking than ever before. One of the most intense sequences involves a mission where everything goes wrong. A carefully planned operation turns into chaos, forcing the team to split up. Each member must survive on their own, facing different challenges that test their strength, intelligence, and courage. These moments highlight how much each character has grown over time, showing that they are more than just drivers, they are survivors. As the climax approaches, the scale of the story reaches its peak. Massive action sequences unfold across multiple locations, with explosions, high-speed pursuits, and impossible stunts happening all at once. But even in the middle of all this chaos, the focus remains on the characters and their relationships. Dom finally comes face-to-face with the enemy in a confrontation that is both physical and emotional. Words are exchanged that reveal the true motivation behind everything that has happened. It becomes clear that this conflict is not just about power or revenge, it's about something much deeper, something rooted in pain, loss, and a desire to prove a point. The final battle is not easy. Sacrifices are made, and not everyone walks away unchanged. The tension reaches a point where it feels like the story could end in tragedy, but in true fashion, the strength of the family becomes the deciding factor. Trust, loyalty, and unity become the weapons that no enemy can fully understand or defeat. In the end, the story brings a sense of closure while still leaving room for reflection. The journey that began with simple street races has evolved into something much greater, a saga about family, identity, and the choices that define who we are. As the dust settles, the characters look toward the future with a mix of relief and emotion. They have survived the biggest challenge of their lives, but they know that the road they traveled has changed them forever. The bond they share is stronger than ever, and the legacy they have built will continue to live on. The story closes on a powerful note, reminding us that no matter how fast life moves or how dangerous the journey becomes, the people we stand beside are what truly matter. And for Dom and his family, that truth has always been the driving force behind everything they do.